Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to the channel today. I appreciate you being here. Welcome to all of our subscribers. Very much appreciate you being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for the very first time, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the like button. And also, for all of you folks listening, please consider becoming a member. You can click that join button below. And for folks that are members of the channel, we'll provide for you additional forms, additional documents, additional training materials and videos on how to grow and expand your business. And if you are a member and you have certain things you'd like to see discussed here on the channel for specific training, feel free to reach out to me direct on Twitter at Jim Consultant. You can email me direct in the link below, or you can simply leave it in the comments below, and we can look to include that on future videos that we provide. And then to learn more about me and to learn more about my company and how we can help take your business to that next level, check out the links below. So folks, with that said, let's get into our topic today. And the topic is 5 ideas to increase your closing ratio. We put in the title there, help, I can't close gym memberships, okay? 5 ideas to increase your closing ratio, okay? Let me give you some things to think about. So if you're struggling at this, or if you're managing a staff and you have some folks that are struggling, take a look at these 5 things. Number 1, know your impact. Know your impact. This gets back a little bit to being sold ourselves. Okay, can you solve your customer's problem? Do you have the best gym to solve their problem? Is now the best time? But know the impact with your customer, because when value exceeds price, they're going to buy. Okay, what is our impact? Well, in many cases, most, your average person has come in, has thought about this for about a year, okay, or longer, and they're this close. They're this close to doing something that literally could change their life. Okay, they could look better, feel better, clothes fit better, get off medication. Who knows? They might meet a spouse, they might network and find a new business opportunity. This might be the one place where, man, it's positive. I go to work and it's not quite so positive. Maybe at home it's not as positive I want. But man, this is where it all is. Know the impact that you have on folks. It's positive. It's big. You change lives. And you might even consider making a list of all the things how you're going to provide value to this customer, the impact, the positive impact. But know your impact. The more we know this, I think the easier this becomes, because a lot of times when we're struggling at closing, too often we're just trying to sell a membership, too often we're just trying to sell money. Okay? And that's really not what it's about. Not really. Okay, I know money, it comes down to money a lot of times, but that's really not where it's at in most cases. It's, hey, what's the impact? What's the value here? When value exceeds price, people are going to buy. Number 2, be a storyteller. Tell stories. If you don't have your own, get some. Okay, I can give you story after story of things that we've seen. Okay, but share examples of other people. Share examples of other people. You may have this already. Look at your Yelp reviews, look at your Google reviews, look at your Facebook reviews. Look and see what those folks say. And talk about those stories. That can be a good place to start if you don't have any, or if you have your own story. One of my favorite stories, it's not mine, it's one that I was told to me that I enjoy, was I went into a client club one time to have a meeting, with a manager. And her desk was all cleaned off, except for this big, thick binder, it was big, on the corner of her desk. And I said, hey, what is that? And she goes, oh, you haven't seen that? I said, no, what is it? And she says, well, that's my fat book. And I said, what do you mean that's your fat book? She goes, well, look at it. And so I open it up, and it's her, okay? And it's her as a young girl, teenager, high school, cheerleader. And we're going through it and taking her through her life, and how she gained over periods of time a significant amount of weight. I think, she would probably call herself obese, and to the point you couldn't really recognize her. But then it also shows her making that change, and at the very end, I'm guessing she was roughly 50 by that time. She was standing there, fit as can be, with this powerlifting trophy that was bigger than she was, and she was the winner. Okay, but it really told a nice story of how, she overcame certain things and accomplished certain things. And she goes, yeah, Jim, how I use that is when people come in, usually it's folks that are overweight, we'll sit down, we'll go through my fat book, as she likes to call it, and we'll both look at it, we'll both cry, they'll sign up, and we'll get them on their program. Okay, but she was a storyteller, and she was marvelous at it. And so if you don't have them, there's a lot of stories out there. Okay, look at your reviews. You can probably find some really good ones. Or ask members, tell me your story. Okay, but in most cases, you probably have one, or you have a family member, a close friend that does. Number 3, slow down. Slow down. Too often we get too anxious to sell. Well, it's this much a month. Here's how much it cost. Okay. I wish it was that easy. Okay, we have to build value. Take the time to build value with your customer. Take the time to follow a sales process. Okay, and you can research that here on the channel as far as sales processes and how you want to do that. But slow down. Take the time to build value. Because as I said earlier, when value exceeds price, people will buy. Okay, what's the value? Solve their problems, provide solutions. Let's understand why this is important to them. Let's show them how they can reach it. Okay, so slow down. Okay, number 3 on 5 ideas to increase your close ratio is number 4, connect the dots. Connect the dots. And here's what I mean by this. If you're not using a needs analysis, I want to suggest that you use one. I'm not talking where the customer just kind of comes in and fills out something on an iPad and goes off to your CRM. I'm actually talking about, hey, I've got a needs analysis right here. Mary, how long have you thought about doing something like this? Mary, when's the last time you were in ideal condition? Mary, where are you at right now in terms of, wanting to really get these results? So I'm a 7. Well, what's it going to take to get you to a 10? Okay, Mary, what were you doing back when you were in ideal condition? How are things different? Mary, what's the first thing you're going to do when you drop that weight? Connect the dots. Let's understand the history here. Because, many times when you do that, you don't have to do much else and folks are ready to get started. Okay, because you're bringing things to the forefront. Okay, so connect the dots. Learn how to ask questions. Mary, do you plan on working out before work or after work? Mary, do you like our class format, or do you prefer the cardio section? Okay, just connect the dots here. And then number 5, be careful with this one. Number 5, stop trying to close. Stop trying to close. And again, we're trying to solve problems for people. We're trying to provide solutions. We're not selling memberships. We're not selling a monthly payment. Too often, that's kind of what it turns into if we're not careful. Okay? And when I'm talking to somebody, it's focused about getting results. And I might just finish up after talking about how we can help you do that. So, Mary, what do you say? Can we go ahead and get you started? Or I'm going to talk about, here's how the program would work. I'm going to share a little story with you here in a second. But, here's how the program would work, to do this for you. Okay, Mary, do you think it makes sense to go ahead and get started? It doesn't have to be much more than that. Okay, but I want to wrap up here. That's my 5. I want to tell you a quick story, and this was one about me. And this was when I was pretty good. Okay, and I'd gotten a little too slick. I thought I was too much of a closer, and I got away from some things. Eventually, I got back. I had a good manager that kept me in line there. And I'll never forget, a guy came in and interested. And I took him through, okay, and probably didn't do the best job I could have done, okay. And took him through, sat him down, showed him the programs, and he said, no, that's just more money than I want to spend. Okay. And so we had a rule in the club that I started out at is we could not drop. In other words, we couldn't show a lower price without getting approval from the manager. And so I went out and I told the manager, I said, yeah, he just drew a line in the sand. He's not interested. It's too much money. He's not going to spend that much. And he wants to know what else we have. And my manager looked at me and he goes, Jim, did you design a workout card for him? Which I was supposed to do. I was part of the tour. I was part of our fundamental of the tour. I said, well, no. He goes, go back in there, design a workout card for him, and don't come out until you get a full sale. Okay. And okay, yes, sir. So I went back in and I proceeded to design this workout card. Here's how we're going to do it, Mr. Smith. Here's the warm up. Here's how we're going to do lat pulls, and here's what this is going to work on, and we're going to do a bench press, and here's how this is going to benefit you, and we're going to do a shoulder press, and we're going to do arm curls and tricep extensions, and we're going to do a leg press. And I'm designing this card and explaining how it's going to solve his problems. And I get done, and I say, so what do you say, Mr. Smith? Do you want to go ahead and get started? And he goes, yep, sounds great. Let's do it. Okay. And so there you go. Okay. Think about that. Okay. So if you're having trouble closing, take a look at these 5 things. Okay. Take them to heart. They can make a big difference, and they can make a big difference quick. Now, one thing too you might add to this, on any of these, some of this might be out of your comfort zone a little bit. Just be willing to step out of it. That's all. You practice it enough. And truth is, you should memorize it, so now you're free to be yourself. But practice it, and you'll be in great shape. So, folks, my name's Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here at the channel today. You can learn more about me and my company and how we can help take your business to that next level by checking out the links below. If you've not yet done so, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Consider becoming a member for more additional information on how we can help you grow your business. Folks, I look forward to seeing you all in that next video.